came across a recent online forum where one user, was going off. It seems the user was in complete disbelief after his waitress informed him that along with his tip, an additional 20% service fee would be added to his bill to cover benefits and health insurance. He went on to explain that restaurants should be upfront about costs and they should stray away from hidden fees. Ladies, what are your thoughts on this? Oh, this was so...
He's not wrong. You should disclose that. Did he disclose it at the end, though? Did he disclose it when the bill was dropped?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, this is a new thing to me. I didn't even know that we're doing this. I'm not saying I'm against it. I just got to look into it and understand it more. But I think anytime somebody's being charged for something, it should always be up front, like where you can still have the option to engage or not. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if that's what this restaurant is doing, I don't know if that's even legal, if that's all right.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
I would think the establishment would cover the
I don't know why
benefits.
they just don't bake it into the price, into the initial cost of the service.
Yeah.
They deserve their benefits. They absolutely
course.
deserve that.
But if it's what I always say, we should not have to work to get health care.
Yes.
It should just be something universal. I don't,
Yes.
you know, it's like...
I'm with you.
You know, if we don't work, we don't get our health care benefits, and that's not right, because we've been putting in a lot of money into the system, and then all of a sudden, because you may have a bad year, you don't get health care. That's not, you know, it's like, no, it should just be one big pot, and let's cover that pot. We got enough money for that anyway.
Yes.
I came across an online forum where one user wasn't sure if she made the right decision. The user explains she met a guy, and the very next day he wanted to see her. She claims the man asked if he could come to her house for dinner and wine. But when things took a turn is when she admitted to giving him an incorrect address. She actually gave the man the address to the jail across the street from her house, and she watched him circle the block for hours from her balcony. So, ladies, what are your thoughts on this?
Wait, we should end the story on she did this in order to...
Because she felt uncomfortable having the man come to her house.
Right.
So, and he was kind of, I guess, aggressive and forceful.
Right.
So instead of, you know, she felt like it was too soon, but she didn't want to tell him no. So she gave him an address to somewhere.
And then
eventually told him where she lived, or eventually
no,
just made him do that?
he was just circling around, and you know, he couldn't find her place. So, and that 86'd it.
Oh, okay, so that was her goal in the end.
Yeah,
anyway.
the address was the jail across the street, because she was,
say, I don't feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable, or you know what, like I've changed my mind, maybe give it some more time.
The jail was still too close.
Right.
That's still too close for comfort. The fact that you could see this man circling around your block is too close. You gotta be so careful.
Why would you ever aggravate somebody? Why would you add more tension to this situation, you know? And I don't know about this man's story and whether or not he was safe to meet her or not, but women or people who play games, I hate when you rough somebody up for the next person. I hate when you create, you know, a feeling of, I can't trust you, we can't just meet like we normally can. Like a nice, safe world, it's because of people doing things like this that throw you off and then make you all sus, you know?
Well, that's why I always say, especially when you're meeting people online, you don't owe them anything.
No.
You don't have to, you know,
this.
you don't have to, you know, even if you meet for coffee and then next day, that don't mean that y'all automatically meet again. That's not, that is your right to say no. I say keep it public until you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
If, you know what I mean? If he's pressuring you, I mean, and I guess she was in a location and she felt uncomfortable that she said, I'm okay, I'm just give him a fake address.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like...
but I think, like Jeannie said, that may have escalated the situation.
Yeah.
Because now you've sent him, now you've lied to him.
Now you're playing games with this man.
You sent him a fake address, and now he's actually really close to your home circling. Like, that just gets more complicated.
But he didn't know where she actually lived.
Yeah.
So.
I just think if you really feel uncomfortable, there's got to be another way instead of giving a fake address. There's got to be hey, I'm actually not going to be able to do that. I'm going to be with my family tonight, maybe some other time.
Well, I think maybe she would have said, like, if she would have said no during that situation, maybe he would have followed her. She felt some type of way.
Yeah, it's
say,
really
let me just give him something to appease him. And then, you know, she felt in danger. And so she did what she thought was, you know, you gotta be safe out here in these streets.
This online dating is so scary.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, I still would be honest. I would just be like, you know what? I want to take a little bit more time. Like, give me a little bit more of your time. Let's do a call.
And what she should have did was drove to the jail. If he followed her, then that way she'd be okay. Drive to the police station. Like, if you ever feel
Oh,
like
if
a
it's like
danger,
that, yes.
yeah, just
Yes.
Sit
drive
there
to
and
a
wait.
police station, sit there and wait, and he'll, whatever.
Yeah.
It's ways to think about it.
For sure.